ready to get more radical? I am so excited to be with you. I have been talking this up for months. So I just have to tell you, I am rounding out a 14-day, 4-country, 17-event tour. So I'm going to, lovingly and jokingly say I just stopped by. But I really just stopped by. But I had to be here. So my life is a bit of a whirlwind right now, a beautiful whirlwind. That's a result of me being unrealistic and unapologetic. And so I thought I'd just stop by. And I thought I'd stop by and encourage you to do the same. I thought I'd stop by to stir your soul, to let my soul touch your soul, to tap your greatness on the shoulder and invite her to come out in a radical way, to sit still with you for a minute and allow you to take off your superwoman cape and breathe and still be a super shero with the cape off. To allow you the space to say, I get tired, I need help, and the S on my chest is not really real. It's a watermark. Hi, sweetie. And every day I choose to put it back on. To allow you to acknowledge yourself for the magnificence that you've done and foster in what's next for you. To define yourself and to redefine yourself. I thought I'd stop by to create the space for us to do some of that. Is that all right with you guys? Yes, yes? You've had some amazing speakers and teachers on stage, and I thought that I'd put the cherry on top of the cake by having you land back in your own shoes so that you understand that you came here with everything you needed. And it was just about uncovering it and discovering it. That no one can do anything for you. No one can save you. There's no sprinkle fairy dust. There's no potion lotion. There's no magic wand. Can't even fit under this skirt. So there is no magic. There's simply the willingness to get radical and unapologetic. So I thought I'd just stop by to shake you up a bit, to make it mildly to moderately to significantly uncomfortable for you to leave here in any form of mediocrity. Came for your transformation. I came to help you step into that next best version of yourself. That version that's been waiting. You know, that champion inside that said, "Ooh, girl, if you just let me out." Y'all know that champion, right? You know that champion's like, if you let me out, I ain't going to ever go back in. So you better be ready when you do. You know that, right? You know that champion that kind of scares you. You know that one, right? And so I just stopped by to be with her, to open up a safe space for her to come out and play. Is that okay? When I say something that resonates with you, I want you to say yes, yes. But I want you to turn the volume on the second yes up, a little louder than the first yes. I want that second yes to kind of make you jolt a little bit. I want that second yes to be from your gut. I want you to practice that. 1, 2, 3. Yes. That's all right. I need that second yes to be the kind of yes that makes you a little uncomfortable. You know, that second yes that you said, I didn't expect to get up and say yes like that. This is right outside of my comfort zone. I need that second yes to make the hair on the back of your neck stand up the way the hair on my entire head does. I need it to be that kind of yes, okay? So I needed to just kind of shake the chandeliers a little bit. Let's practice again. 1, 2, 3. Yes, yes. That's it. Now, every time I say something that speaks to your soul, I want to hear you say, yes. Every time you hear your truth coming out of my mouth to your ears, I want to hear you say, yes. Every time it feels good in your soul, like that is so me unapologetically, I want to hear you say, yes. And when you leave this place, and we all go our separate ways, and something speaks to your soul, then, by yourself, I still want to hear you say, yes. If no one stands with you, and you have to stand alone, I still want to hear you say, yes. With knees knocking and teeth chattering, I want to hear you say, yes. Not knowing the how, but definitely knowing the what. I want to hear you say, yes. To your champion, I want to hear you say, yes. To your giant, I want to hear you say, yes. To your beauty, sis, I want to hear you say, yes. To the fact that you've always been enough, I want to hear you say, yes. I think y'all got it. See, I heard this little thing, if you want to get something different, you got to do something different. And we think something different comes with something really huge change. What if it's just adding one more yes to my yes, right? And so this is what it's about. It's about being willing to do something different. And here's what I want to share with you. When you're willing to do something different, when you look at your life and you say, I want my life to be something I've never seen before. Okay, just be clear what you're asking for. Be clear what you're asking for. When you say I want something different, you're saying I am willing to say that thing that I've never said before. I'm willing to do that thing I've never done before. So I can be the woman that I've always known myself to be. Yes, yes? Yes. Now, I know I'm going to do something that I'm going to have to do something that I don't want to do. So I can be the person I know I can be. And so I just stopped by to ask, are you willing? Are you willing? Began to accept the champion, the giant that God had put in me. It's when I finally said, listen, this is who I am. Full lips, mocha skin, full lips, round hips, and kinky hair. This is me. This is me. Yes, yes. Like, this is me. It's when I finally said, guess what? We get to stop keeping score on what didn't work. Yes, yes. We get to toss out the scorecard. It's when I finally said, listen, I've done plenty of things wrong, but I choose to invest my energy in what I've done right. It's when I finally gave myself permission to have 1,000 second chances. And every time I get to 999, I press reset. That's when it began to change. It didn't begin to change with Chicken Soup or with The Secret or with Oprah or with Larry King. No, it began to change with my mindset and my grounding. And when I stopped looking for someone else's affirmation and confirmation attached to me. It's when I detached myself from being so hooked on your perception of me. It's when I realized that what my grandma said was true, that your perception of me ain't really none of my business. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. It's when I stopped for a moment and gave myself permission to fall madly in love with me. I need you to play your rhythm so beautifully, because no one can play your tune quite like you. No one can do it. I don't care how many people are in the industry that you're in, nobody can bring it like you. Nobody. Yes, yes? No one has your style. No one has your grace. No one has your attitude. No one has your spice. No one has it quite like you. I need you to do you so you can save the rest of us with your being. Yes, yes? I need you, sis. So I just stopped by. I stopped by to reintroduce you to the divinity in you. I stopped by to let you for a moment realize that before I'm mother, before I'm wife, before I'm sister, before I'm daughter, before I'm CEO, I am divinity in me. I just stopped by to remind you that you are enough Before you put on your dress, your suit, your makeup, your hair, your earrings, you were perfection inside of your imperfection. You're perfect to touch the souls of many because you've had to come through so much. You're perfect to teach how to get back up because you've gotten back up. You're perfect to teach about unwavering faith because you have it. You're perfect to talk about no matter what because you said it. You're perfect to talk about skinned knees, bruised knees, and still dreaming because you've done it. Inside of your imperfection, you're so perfect for such a time as this. So I just wanted to stir your soul a bit. I want to ask you, are you willing to play bigger than you've ever played before? Are you willing to say what you've never said before? Are you willing to do what you've never done before? Are you willing to get what you've never gotten before? Are you ready? Are you willing to have a transformation into a life that's barely recognizable? See, when you can believe that it can be done, and when you're willing to risk it all to gain it all, when you stop asking the world for permission and you start giving the world notice. I'm going to say that again. Somebody's going to get that on your way home. When you're willing to stop asking the world, you know how you ask them when you ask advice. You think people might like this? You think this might be okay? You think I look good in this? You think people won't mind? What do you think they'll say if I do? Stop asking the world for permission to get you. Give the world notice that you are coming. Unapologetically. See, you tried on all the other hats. You've done everything. You are a server. That's who you are. You're going to take care. You're a nurturer. The whole world can breastfeed from you. Yes, yes? You pull them all. You pull everyone. That's what you do, right? Yes, yes? But I ask you, are you willing to do something radical for you this year? Are you willing to say, listen, I've learned how to serve everyone. I've learned how to serve you from a half-empty cup. I've learned how to serve you from a bone-dry cup. And now I need a glass. Can you bring me a glass and some water? I need to show y'all something. See, because when you finally say, yes, when you finally say, here, you can just bring it right here. No, that's perfect. That's perfect. Thank you so much, sweetie. See, you've been serving the world like this from your cup. You've been giving them what you need. This is you. You need this to serve the world. But you serve, and then you come to something like this, and you fill up to the rim, and then you go, okay, now I'm full. I can go back and serve some more. And I say, sis, no, 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 don't you dare serve yet. See, you supposed to keep going. You supposed to keep going. You supposed to serve the world from your overflow. Serve the world from your saucer, not your cup. Are you willing to stop wondering and live in your knowing? Because when you live in your knowing, all of a sudden you move with a sense of velocity where the world knows she gonna make it happen. It's not an if, it's a when. It's not an if, it's a when. When you can move with that, the people that were the doubters and the naysayers, you begin to convince them. I didn't say convert them. Retire from the converting business. Let people stay where they are. If they want to stay stuck, help them. Give them a nice couch to sit in Stuckville. Give them a couch. Donate your old couch to them. But don't you dare try to move them with you. Get your U-Haul and move yourself to a new mental zip code. And when you do that, everything in your life will follow. But you got to be willing to be radical. You got to be willing to be unapologetic. You got to be willing to walk a part of your journey by yourself. You got to be willing to say, I love you, family. And I'll come back for you. I ain't going to leave you. I'm not going to leave you. But I'm going to come back for you. Because I can do more for you from here than I can do staying stuck over there with you. I love you that much. So I just stopped by to stir your soul. I stopped by to make it mildly to moderately to significantly uncomfortable. Is it working? Is it working? I stopped by to see, are you willing to take that journey with me? Are you willing? Can you make the tongue in your mouth and the tongue in your shoe stop going in two separate directions? Are you willing to line them up and allow what you do to match what you say? Are you willing? Are you willing to allow the world to see who you really are? Some of you are afraid that you might fail, and others are afraid that you might succeed. Are you willing to be seen? It's your job to let your light shine 159 watts. Yes, yes? Yes, yes? It's your job to unapologetically let your light shine. Yes, yes? It's not your job to dim your light so others won't feel insecure around you. It's your job to let your light shine brightly. Yes, yes? So no more 79 watts. No more 89 watts. 159 watts only. Yes, yes? Yes, yes? And for those who cannot handle the brightness of your light, don't you dare dim your light again. If they can't handle how bright your light is, keep your light shining brightly and hand them some shade.